Yo, what's up, everyone? My name is Andrew Warren, and as you guys can see, you know what? I'm not even gonna say anything. Let's just let the graph speak for itself. Let's just let it speak for itself. Oh man, that's tough. That's tough for sure. All right, so as you guys can see, I'm down. It's fluctuating. It's going from like 7.8 to 8%, but I'm basically down $4,500. Well, right there it is, $4,500 just in one day. Now we're talking one day only. That's minus 7.71% in one day of my whole portfolio. And I don't think people realize how significant that number is. Like minus 7.45% is almost a year's worth of growth, like 10%, 10% is a year's worth of growth for something like VOO. You look at this and basically before this drop, about right in here, it was about it, 50%, 10% a year. So I usually say 10% a year on VOO, but as you guys can see, we're down to 21.49% for the past 5 years. That is absolutely terrible. If, like, for example, if you started investing like right here, I feel so bad for you, man. Like, and that is not even an insult. It's just so unfortunate for the people that got into the market right in here. But I mean, it's even been unfortunate for me. Like, I started, mid-December. So I started like near the peak. So, as you guys can see, my portfolio is taking a fat L, man. And, here are all of my losses. As you guys can see, it's not looking good. We'll look at total return. I'm negative on every single large investment I have. Let's look at my equity. There's my equity. The last price. Okay, there it shows the percentages. Apple's down a lot. Tesla's down a lot. Microsoft, it's fluctuating a bit, but that's still a lot. Microsoft is still doing pretty well for the past year. They're still positive, up 27% for the past year. So if that tells you anything, like even over the past 5 years, Microsoft is still up 241% after this huge drop that's affecting a lot of these other stocks a lot more. But I mean, if this chart alone right here, it includes this big, huge drop that we've had, that's majorly affecting all of these other stocks. If this chart does not show you how good Microsoft is in itself, if we're just focusing on the numbers, then I don't know what to say. I mean, this chart says it all alone. Microsoft, in my opinion, is so worth buying right now. I think Microsoft is so undervalued. And as you can see where I have Robinhood Gold, it is undervalued. Hold up just a second. There's usually a thing that tells you what it's worth. Yeah, fair value is 185. And, that's the Morningstar, the research report, Robinhood Gold. So as you guys can see, I mean, it says it's a 94% buy, 6% hold, 0% sell. I think Microsoft, this is like one of the best opportunities to buy a stock right now. This is the stock to buy, at least in my opinion. I think Microsoft is so underrated right now. But, I mean, it's down 6.64% today, and I'll show you guys the purchases that I made. And I will say this. I'm putting my money where my mouth is. Look at my portfolio. My portfolio, I started December 2nd, got my first free stock, started putting in a little bit of money, a little bit here and there after, started putting in more and more. And, it kept on growing. And as you guys can see, I am majorly negative here. I am minus 12.87%. I've lost, I haven't really technically lost anything, but I'm down $7,800. That's very significant. That's a lot to be down, especially just within the past 3 months. To really think about it, since I started like mid-December, this is basically, me being in the market for 3 months, and I started at an unfortunate time. But regardless, it doesn't really affect the way I feel about everything. I'm putting my money where my mouth is, and I'm buying even more. If this doesn't prove anything to you guys, basically what I'm saying here is, you see my portfolio. You see the big L that I'm taking on my portfolio. And I feel like with this, everything being considered, if I was someone that didn't know what I was talking about, I feel like if actually, never mind. If I was someone that knows what they're talking about, like any sane person would not be buying more stocks if they didn't know what they were talking about. That's a bad way to say it, but I don't know how else to rephrase it. I'm just trying to tell you guys that basically the smart move is not to, if you're investing long term, the smart move is not to, panic sell and sell everything you've got at a negative, or even if you're not at a negative, if you've just lost a little bit and you still have a long time to keep investing, there's no point in panic selling unless, you're doing options or you're doing short-term investments that are risky. But if you're investing long-term into high-quality stocks, then there's literally like no reason whatsoever to panic sell right now. And I'm backing that up. I'm putting my money where my mouth is. As you guys can see, I'm completely negative. But look at my history for what I've bought. Today I spent $1,000 on shares today, as you can see right here. Then I spent another $585 on shares. So I bought 11 shares today. And if anything, that just proves what I've been saying this whole time. I sort of predicted this whole dead cat bounce that I've been talking about. I talked about this in the past few videos where I thought we would get a significant drop. It would rebound a bit right here, and then we'd get an even greater drop. I literally called that to a T. But, I'm backing up what I'm saying here. I'm buying more shares. If I had more money right now, more just cash available, I would be putting so much money into Microsoft. I'd probably put if I had 5K right now, an extra 5K, I'd put every bit of it into Microsoft. And I'm just putting my money where my mouth is, man. I've been preaching to you guys about buying and holding long term and not panic selling and buying the dip. And that's exactly what I've been doing. I've been staying consistent to what I've been preaching to you guys. So I don't want it to seem like I'm telling you guys this stuff and then doing the exact opposite, because I'm not. And also, I just realized something as well. If you want to see something even crazier, I'm down $4,500, but I would actually be down even more than this, if I hadn't won that options play I made today. So today, I don't know if I can find it in my history without showing something that I shouldn't show. Hold up, let's see if we can find it. Anyways, I'm not going to pull it up. Okay, never mind, guys, I lied to you. I am going to pull it up. So as you can see, I bought a $20 put for May 15th. And as you guys can see, it costed $450. I don't know why it's not telling me that, but it costed $450. And basically with today's huge drop, it was for a Carnival Cruise Line CCL. So I gained like $100. I spent $450 and I got $620. What is that, like $170 or something? I'm not going to do the math, but I'll pretend it's $170. But anyways, I gained $170 today, so it would be even less. Like I would have lost even more today. So basically, I got $650 right back into my portfolio, I guess you would say. But in simple terms, I gained like $100 and some today. So it would be even worse if I didn't take a W on the CCL put. But I used that money that I got from this. I was hoping that, that's one of the major reasons. I know it'll go down probably even more. But options really stress me out, and I would not recommend options to anyone personally. I just don't want to be the person that recommends it, because options stress me out because you can straight up lose everything. With shares, you can go down 20, 30, 50%, but you're still going to have that share at the end of the day. But if you do options, I risked $450 for like a $170 gain, which that $170 is, that's significant. But I still risked a lot. Like I could have, gotten absolutely nothing out of that and lost $450. But I took the money that I made from that, like the profit and the original value, and then bought more shares of Microsoft with it. I'll be honest, I probably won't be doing any more options plays just because it's so risky. And they always say the first one is free with options. And my first one was actually just another L. I put like Microsoft March 20th, and it was like a $210 call. And I ended up canceling it and took about a $30 loss on it. And I'm so glad I did, because if we were, I would lose it all if we were looking at it right now. I would have lost literally like whatever I spent on that call. But anyways, as you guys can see, I'm just going to keep like reinforcing what I've been saying. I personally think, in my opinion, this is not financial advice, but I think the best move for people out here is not to panic sell, but just to keep buying the dip. That's what I've been doing. And I'm basically out of, random side money that I can pump into investments right now. I have to pay taxes, so I got to be careful. But I think buying the dip is the wave. Just, keep it going as normal. Maybe, purchase a few more stocks than normal, than you normally would, just because everything is so, like, on a fire sale right now. This is more than Black Friday. This is like Black Friday times 3 right now. This is, that would be Black Friday. But this is Black Friday times 3. I mean, the deals are crazy, especially on VOO. If I wasn't purchasing Microsoft, I would probably purchase VOO just because of, how insane that deal is right now. It's 20% for the past 5 years. That just shows you how good of a deal this is currently, given the growth that's going to happen in the future probably. But anyways, that's what my portfolio is looking like. Once again, I'll show you guys 1 year, 3 months, 1 month, 1 week, 1 day. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and feel free to comment down in the comment section below. Let me know what your portfolio is looking like, how you guys feel about the market, your predictions, and also be sure to smash the like button as well. Really helps out for the YouTube algorithm, and I greatly appreciate it. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you have a great week.